Hobart, signal the strike team.
Hi guys, this is Gabe from CGRundertow. Have you ever been at a friend's house and you get offered a bowl of cheese nips? Now, cheese nips are okay, but the entire time you're eating them, you can see a box of Cheez-Its in the corner. Well, this is the way I feel about Call of Duty World at War, the cheese nips of the Call of Duty series. It's above average in almost every aspect, but it aspires to be something that it can never be.
Hold your position. Well done. Keep moving.
Call of Duty World at War's first step down this cheese nippy path is its story. While most Call of Duty games feature far-fetched stories, World at War is over the top in a way that just feels, well, cheesy. While there are many moments in the game that leave you dropping your jaw, there are plenty of other moments that just leave you shaking your head. No man can get beaten in the head with the butt of a gun, flooded in a tunnel, and stabbed and shot multiple times and then live to talk about it. With that out of the way, it is interesting to note that Black Ops is an indirect sequel to this game, and although it does not feature the same corny story of this game, it does maintain some of the same plot points. Gameplay in World at War, for a Call of Duty game at least, is a little bit inconsistent. Although there are a few awesome moments like the Saving Private Ryan-esque mortar shell sequence and the Berlin levels, there are also moments that feel like chores instead of exciting action sequences. Now, I do like mowing down waves of enemies, but it gets a little bit boring when you can just expect that that's what's coming up. The guns in the game, however, do manage to capture the intense nature of World War II, and they have a much more violent feel to them than the guns in the more recent installments. Now, this violence brings us to one of the more important aspects of World at War for some of its fans, the gore. This is, without a doubt, the bloodiest Call of Duty ever released. There are decapitations, bodies sliced in half, arms completely ripped off, and that's all just in the first few minutes. This actually doesn't feel tasteless, though, as the subject matter of this particular game lends itself well to extremely gory content. And this is something that all of the Call of Duty developers have done well over the years. They have high levels of violence, but it always feels warranted due to the story and the time period. I think it's also worth mentioning that, like Call of Duty 3 before it, this game was developed by Treyarch. Unlike Call of Duty 3, it isn't a bad game, but it is easy to see how Treyarch has advanced since this was Black Ops, which is a much better game than World at War. The pacing, story, even the voice acting is better in the newer installments, and it's a good sign that Treyarch is improving. World at War did, however, introduce one of the best modes in gaming history with Nazi zombies, and there isn't really much else to say. I mean, it's Nazi zombies. What isn't to like? Well, I mean, I hate Nazis and I hate zombies, but I love killing both of them. Call of Duty World at War is not a bad game by any means, but it is just not a masterpiece like Infinity Ward's efforts in the series. It features a very interesting backstory, but if all you want to do is shoot bad guys, I'd just stick to playing Black Ops.